They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Sends it back in motion. They'll run the toss. Knocked down behind the line, and this defense trying to shut down the running game and set the tone right out of the gate. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it, and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Scanning the field, it's Croman Hope. He's moving out of the pocket. Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, BYU! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They couldn't draw up a drive better than that one. Just gashed him for the big play in the running game. One snap, one touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Running to Green. Makes a pass to Marker. It's a seam wide open. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43.
Hey, listen, explosive plays comes in all different shapes and sizes. That time they attack the outside to the left on the ground, and that is a momentum-shifting play.
They know they have a huge advantage there. I expect them to go right back to it.
And what do you do now if you're on defense? You got to be expecting that they're going to try and tack that side of the field, maybe in the same way, maybe on this next play right here.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure.
How about this, a fake? Gonna let it fly. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down. The fake punt works to absolute perfection, and it's a touchdown. You line up for a punt, and instead of kicking it away, instead, you can kick an extra point, a touchdown off the fake.
And Reese, I don't think you call this play unless you know what you're getting from the defense. Otherwise, you keep the offense on the field. You know the look you're going to get. You know they're going to be aggressive. You take advantage of it. You surprise them, and you get the big play for your offense.
And the point after is good. They love to be aggressive, but that was a flat-out gamble with the fake punt, and man, it didn't pay off. They turned it into a touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try the run. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The play action fake. Fires to the right. A strike downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
miles ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And he had just enough to will that one home. And with that, they've taken the lead.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
He'll bring it out. It's McLaurin. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Gets it past the marker. Oh, look out! Past the 30. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the 2nd level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. It's Washington. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Leaves it with the back. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Wilson will throw. fires to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Winston. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Power football with the run. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Cougars with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Breaks into the open. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Floating away. On the move, he fires. Touchdown, Cougars! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. He might want another play. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. Oh, he's got a chance. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Williams. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I would just hate to be in the shoes of these defenders trying to tackle this running back because, of course, you're so afraid of this guy shaking you and using his elite speed to make you look bad on a highlight film somewhere, but you forget this guy can still run you over. And you saw it on that play.
Snagged out of the air. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Here comes the option. He'll toss it. He'll be pushed out of bounds just short of the end zone, and that one saved a touchdown at least for now.
Just really solid play by this offense. Nice job. Whatever the defense gives you, the option, they're trying to make you wrong. The problem is, defensively, you got so much to cover. Nice chunk gain. Just remember, that quarterback can also stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, and make plays, too.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Trying to get the corner. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he puts through the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. On the move. And the ball's loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They drag him down, but not before they get the turnover and a terrific return on the fumble.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big.
Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldog.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Washington. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield? Wilson to pass. Looking for a big play. Picked off. What a play by this defense. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Wide receiver comes in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Mississippi State.
They'll go to the ground. Turning it on. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north. And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Croman Hope. Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Using his feet to buy time. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wilson will throw. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Yeah, and third and short, it's a great place to be for an offense. You've got the whole playbook available, and they choose to pass. The defense did a really good job playing the pass, and fourth down now is decision time for you.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. Just enough time to get one more snap before the half. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the 3rd quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here, lighten it up here for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
With jet sweep pass. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Out of bounds at the 33, but not before the big pickup for the ground game.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time they dialed it up into the run play. The linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35. With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. Got room on the return. He's at the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking 4th down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive, throwing a pick six, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
Off play action. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down.
And nowadays, you're not always going to get these quarterbacks on the ground because they're so athletic. But nice job getting the sack, let him out of the pocket there, but now forcing the 4th down, and it's decision time for this offense.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unleashes one. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Lacey. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Looking to throw, it's Coleman Hope. Finds his back in the middle. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. Now on the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. He was just a breath from taking that one all the way, and he'll run that momentum right into the 4th quarter. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered.
17.
So first down, we'll open up the final period. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running back searching for a hole. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
After that amazing performance in Week 1, this offense wasn't content. They felt like they left some plays out on the field, even though they were able to get that win. I feel like they've taken another step. They've raised their intensity level. They've raised their execution. This team is going to be a contender this year. You can just feel it.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row. Now they've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Line getting set on second down. Motion from the back. A run for the quarterback. Picks up the first down, still moving. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Cougars racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Out of the backfield, he's open. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wilson to pass. Quick strike complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The completion short of the sticks. It's second down.
Well, you've seen the last two plays now. This guy's versatility, and you've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Off the RPO, complete. Looks as if BYU will have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in third and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand.
Breaks into the open. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground. The Bulldogs, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Might be changing the route. They'll try to get the edge on the left. And some room to work. Inside the 20 and out of bounds at the 19 on the big run.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Lacey. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Shoots it to the left. He's got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. And the Bulldogs, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Lacey. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wilson will throw. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
You didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here. There he goes. Got enough for the first. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Here's a heat. Wide open downfield. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Off the play fake on first down. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Mississippi State.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wilson to pass. Going over the top. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Cougars.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
They'll line up to go for two. He wants to throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. The 50. The 30. The 10. He took that baby all the way to the house. A pick two, as it were.
How about the job by this field goal block unit? They didn't take the play off. They get penetration, get their hands in the air. You never know what's going to happen. It takes a good bounce. Next thing you know, you're scooping it up. You're taking it the other way and putting 2 points on the scoreboard.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.